pitch here at the JobServe Community Stadium, and it's the visitors who get us underway in what is just the second ever BWSL 2 meeting between Ipswich Town and Sunderland. The Black Cats aiming to complete the league double over their opponents. Ipswich aiming to close out the season in style, targeting a third consecutive victory. Brown. Not cleared by the Ipswich defence. Should be more comfortable. We'll end up with a throw to the visitors, midway into Ipswich Town territory. Coming down this right-hand side, Watson. Here, attempted cross, deflects behind. Barely 60 seconds on the clock, and it's the opening corner of the game. I did earmark Katie Watson as one to watch this afternoon based upon what has been an excellent campaign for the youngster. Always positive, always looking to attack. And she presents Katie Kitching with the first set piece of the day. Floats the ball in, bounces awkwardly, and I think that will be another Sunderland corner. And it is Kitching who'll trot over to the far side. Mary Griffiths is there as an option to go short. O'Brien's trying to prevent that from happening. Kitching. Shiva opens up. Oh, that's a neat save, that is. Through traffic. An early settler for the Ipswich Town goalkeeper. Rowe. Trying to play that into the path of Dean. Ball was behind Ipswich's number 9. Pressing high, Ipswich, and they do in a throw. As we revisit that attempt for Shiva. Krul with a comfortable save. Thomas looking to roll her marker. The end result is a goal kick. The Jamaican international, who has 3 goals across all competitions this season. Over 150 goals to her name as an Ipswich Town player. It's fair to say has been a bit of a bystander of late in terms of starting berths under head coach, the permanent appointment now of David Wright. Shiva did well with the ball played awkwardly into it. Nice switch of play. Spoke too soon, too heavy on the attempted ball out wide towards Watson. Rowe goes down the line. Mina working hard for Ipswich, but Sunderland still in possession. Watson skips away from a couple of challenges, trying to work things on the left-hand side now. Westrup. Griffiths gives the ball away. Baker went through the legs there, I think. Home supporters enjoyed that. Crunching challenge helps Ipswich win back possession. Good disguise on the pass into O'Brien. She goes down and does get the decision. Kenzie Weir stood over the free kick as the captain's armbands here this afternoon. Floats in her cross on the stretch, not cleared. Baker, full of tricks. Ipswich get their first corner of the game. Ava Baker on loan from promotion chasing Birmingham City. Exciting talent after more regular game time, which she has got in the colours of Ipswich Town. Corner goes low. Griffiths lets it roll across her body. Allows Ipswich to retain possession. The decision is a Ipswich throw. Good positive burst down the flank there from Meg Waring. Leaves the throw to full-back Bethan Rowe. In towards Thomas. Protects the ball well. Reminder, if you are subscribed to the BWSL2 YouTube channel, you can access the exclusive in-game chat. So there has been an opening goal of the day, and it's not going Crystal Palace's way. They are a goal down early on, obviously very early stages, but Crystal Palace will be targeting a win to try and keep their hopes of automatic promotion alive. They are 1-0 down to bottom of the table and already relegated Portsmouth. And Southampton, they're a goal up away at Nottingham Forest. A reminder, a choice of viewing across the BWSL2 YouTube channel. All the fixtures live and available for you. We understand your priority is very much Ipswich against Sunderland. Griffiths doesn't get too far away from a marker. And firmly with the challenge is Malaika Mina. Finn just assesses her options, goes down the line. Will eventually roll out for an Ipswich throw. Calm start, it has to be said. 0-0 here, likewise between Charlton and Birmingham. Sunderland come forward here. Ball was behind Watson. It's back with Sunderland's number 7. Looking to link up with Shiva, who can't return the pass. I think optimistically she was appealing for a corner there. No final touch from an Ipswich player. So Lysiane Prull will take the goal kick, and looks as though she's going to go short here. It's back with the Canadian, who's making her home debut. Clean sheet in her first appearance for the club last weekend at Birmingham City. Sunderland opting to try and play their way out of defence, and all goes awry there. Invites unnecessary Ipswich pressure. So that was sitting up nicely there, but it's a good interception. Mitchell was thinking about the strike. Good work to win back possession. Baker chops back onto her right, deflects, spilt by the goalkeeper. Dean goes down, but the assistance flag is raised over the far side. I think strong appeals for a penalty there, but the on-field decision is that Rihanna Dean was in an offside position. Let's take another look at it. It's Baker's trickery. She was spilt by Lambourne. She takes out the number 9. You can see the appeals. But a big let-off for the visitors. Helped out by Jason Smith over that far side. Thomas pressing hard for Ipswich. Managed to turn over possession. It certainly was Sunderland who started the game the better of the two, but Ipswich finding their feet. 7 changes, if you did miss the team news, made by David Wright. O'Brien needs some help. Will get an Ipswich throw, though. David Wright spoke about making 7 changes. He said they've had a really good week, and he was excited to see players who haven't had as many minutes as they would like get out and show their stuff. Baker! Baker! Well, that's the sort of performance levels David Wright's been asking for. Rewarded with a place in the starting lineup. And Ava Baker celebrates her first Ipswich Town goal, and it's one to savour. Sunderland have had forewarning. She's had a couple of shots already. Look at that trickery, the nutmeg, and the composure to pick out the ball once in corner. I doubt you'll see a better WSL 2 goals scored this weekend than that. Ipswich 1, Sunderland 0. As that goal has gone in here, an update from elsewhere. Crystal Palace are level. So 2 goals in the opening 11 minutes in the Palace-Portsmouth game. Portsmouth took the lead. Crystal Palace have equalised. So 1-0 to Ipswich here. 0-0 between Charlton and Birmingham. 1 apiece between Palace and Pompey. Newcastle Durham is goalless. Southampton a goal up against Forest. And Bristol City are a goal up at Sheffield United. Sunderland cross, which is met by Mary Griffiths, who was appealing for a corner. The decision is goal kick. Let's take another look at the opening strike from Ava Baker. Coming to a social media platform near you very soon. A lot to admire about the technique from the 20-year-old, forgive me, in executing what is a fine opening goal of the day. Good to see some of the YouTube comments are in agreement with my assessment that it was an excellent finish. Sunderland on a run of consecutive defeats are going to have to come from behind on the road here, and well, that's at least encouraging. Not the finish that Eleanor Dale would have wanted, but her first early sighter. Challenge there, Mina into O'Brien. Dean wants it, Dean gets it, and almost doubles Ipswich's advantage. appeared to go in slow motion there. Maybe the passes, I was about to say, was it slightly behind her, but it's neatly into the right boot of the joint Ipswich Town top scorer, Dean, first season at the club. Once again, Ipswich are working extremely hard off the ball. Needs a bit of bravery here from Sunderland. Positive play from Jessica Brown there. The issue is, for those in red and white, every time they try and move forwards, they're quickly closed down by someone in blue. Up to go long. Half cleared. Kitching. Fenton trying to play it back to Kitchen. Ipswich have it. Thomas. Their control lets her down. O'Brien dispossessed. Watson. Thought about driving at the Ipswich back line, but this is better build-up. Cross comes in, and it's good, excellent defensive positioning to make the clearance. Sunderland still have it. I think Rowe will be happy to see that roll out of play. It has been a good response from Sunderland since going behind. Head coach Mel Ray spoke of can't improve their league position. But there's always pride to play for. But as of yet, Lizzie-Anne Proul yet to make a save. Sunderland almost win it back in the final third. Look how quickly Ipswich are trying to move forwards. Good block there by Westrup. Dean was looking to play in a teammate. So goals in 4 of the 6 fixtures here on final day in the BWSL 2. As the goal scorer, Ava Baker, concedes the throw. Her strike in the 13th minute. Currently the difference between these two. Of course, this is YouTube, so you can rewind and revisit, in particular, that only goal of the game so far. And once again, it's Baker with a nutmeg. Rowe. Cross, not what she would have wanted. Both defences opting to play out, retain possession, look to get through the lines here. Reluctant to go long. Roberts. Brown. Just try and hit the channel. Ipswich have it back. It's a heavy touch from O'Brien. Shiva battling strongly in that midfield, but more of the match is Mina. It's a lovely chip into the onrushing Mairead Griffiths, who weaves away from one. Cross is too deep for everyone in red and white. Once again, encouraging signs for the visitors and their head coach, Mel Ray. Let's dig a little deeper into the game statistics. So as you can see, shots we have seen, but certainly it is Ipswich who are more than the more happier, of the two teams, given that they have themselves a lead. Westrup didn't want to take any risks there. Two head coaches on the edge of their technical areas. So, I'm just double checking there to see if anyone was down out of shot, but it appears as though it is a drinks break. Gray just monitoring how long is allocated for this drinks break, and of course takes the opportunity herself to take on refreshments. Hot conditions. Well, this season has seen WSL Football launch their brand new app. It offers fans of both the BWSL and BWSL 2 a front row seat to exclusive content. All of the games, as you know, are broadcast live on the league's YouTube channels. To download the app for free, if you don't have it already, you can search WSL Football in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Couldn't take it with her touch, but a good bit of pressing, but it ends in a Sunderland goal kick. Roberts square to Westrup. Interception, but Griffiths is working hard to try and earn the ball back for Sunderland. It is a throw. 2 Melray's sides. Finn gets there ahead of Baker. Mitchell. Old-fashioned up and under. Difficult one for Roberts. Her header finds Baker, the goal scorer. Chips it in, looking for O'Brien, who tried to go around the corner there and slip in Dean. Defensive alertness from Sunderland. No need to rush for Ipswich Town. Their debut season in the BWSL 2. Champions in the National League. So understandably the objective very much retain the BWSL 2 status, which they've managed. It has been a bit of a scramble down at the foot of the standings. Unfortunately, it's Portsmouth who suffered the relegation, but newcomers next season, Burnley and Watford. And there is a third and final place to be decided on Monday, which you can watch here on the BWSL and BWSL 2 YouTube channels. The National League playoff match, Wolves against Plymouth. Here, Ipswich trying to add to their current advantage. Bethan Rowe. Cross hangs in the air, awkward, and it's not kept down. Ipswich once again trying to take advantage of any uncertainty across the back line of Sunderland. No real pace on the ball, but it's allowed to bounce. And Waring, it is a chance. Difficult one at that, but it is a chance. Roberts. And Dale. She caught her opponent, Kenzie Weir, there. Ipswich captain, though, quickly back into position. Brown. Nice one-touch stuff. Mina. Thomas. Baker looked to be offside to me. The action continues. Thomas eventually falls to the feet of Ava Baker. Once again on her left. The cross comes in. Sunderland stood tall in that situation. Still the pressure's coming their way. Go as far as to say hanging in here, Sunderland, but Ipswich at the moment looking the more likely of the two to add to the current scoreline. Still no goals in that big game at the top of the BWSL 2. Charlton Athletic 0, Birmingham City 0. It was a lively start. Crystal Palace and Portsmouth. Portsmouth took the lead. Palace have equalised that game 1-1. Remember, only two can get automatic promotion today up into the BWSL. Watson. Slowed up by Rowe. Brown's first time cross is a good one, which Dale got on the end of. Oh, it's off the post! Appeared to go in slow motion there. Mary Griffiths. Her right-footed strike, which had Lizzie-Anne Proulx scrambling. Yet to concede in Ipswich Town colours. Lizzie-Anne Proulx, this is her second appearance for the club. That was a nervous moment. Take another look at it when we can. But Sunderland are coming forward here. Westropp. Roberts. Good movement off the ball. Kitching can't keep it down. Well, they are building momentum here, Sunderland. Not the clear-cut chances they would like, but that's good improvisation. Gets a toe to it, and as you can see, awkward situation for Proulx. Well, 1-0 here as we approach the half-hour mark, but a big goal at the Valley. Charlton 0, Birmingham City 1. So as it stands, Birmingham on course for automatic promotion. A choice of viewing. Not that we want you to go anywhere, but if you are interested in the BWSL 2 Championship title and promotion places being decided, those scorelines currently: Charlton 0, Birmingham 1, and Crystal Palace being held at home by Portsmouth. So in terms of, we are just waiting for those live tables to update, because as we've referenced, Birmingham City taking the lead puts them in pole position. Ball played down the line to Dale. Dale can't hold it up this time. Rowe slightly got the ball stuck under her feet there. Prue. Baker, first time, trying to link up there with Dean. The assistant's decision is a Sunderland throw, and they're keen to get on with things. Referee Levi Gray's just asking Jamie Finn to retreat back a few more yards. Not sure if that's been given as a foul throw. Bit of confusion. Well, either way, Sunderland were in possession. Now it's an Ipswich throw. O'Brien trying to just chip it over for Dean to run onto. Roberts. Awkward one for Griffiths, which he can't bring under control. Shiva gets away from two. Marissa Shiva did the hard part. Couldn't pass neatly into her teammates. And that's maybe the big question mark so far for Sunderland, is their last bit of quality in the final third, just not finding their feet as of yet. Referenced Birmingham going in front against Charlton. Southampton have doubled their advantage away at Nottingham Forest. Forest 0, Southampton 2. Celebrations last week for Ipswich Town. The women preserving their BWSL 2 status, and confirmation today that Ipswich as men will be playing in the Premier League next season. And that's a lovely ball in from Baker, which Dean was able to get on the end of. So far, it's looking to be an excellent day for everyone associated to Ipswich Town. The referee just telling Rhianna Dean to take her time, no rush to get back to her feet. Let's have another look at this. Baker's obviously switched flanks, using that left foot. I think it's maybe an accidental collision as she hits the deck there between Roberts and Dean, favouring her hands. Good pressing from Dean. Lambourne. Down out jumps Baker. Well, as you can see, it looks hard work in the sunshine, but Mel Ray and Fabio Roque, the fourth official and Sunderland head coach, in full tracksuits, so it must be cool in the shade. Ball played across goal. Mina goes to this left-hand side. Lovely chip into Ava Baker. Goes down, and it is a free kick. Watson does not agree. Once again, it's the quick feet of Ava Baker causing problems for Sunderland. They're going to have to defend this free kick, which Bethan Rowe will take. Has Baker as an option to her right. What's she going to do here? She's going to try and put it straight on the goalkeeper. Excellent Sunderland defensive header. Mina, excellent control. But She was unable to keep it in play. I don't think she'd have appreciated that ball into it. Oh, Neville. Oh, that's neat and tidy stuff. Kitching scans quickly. Comes infield. Low effort from Fenton. Rowe puts her foot firmly through the ball. Thomas battling with Roberts, and Sunderland have it. Cross, which the goalkeeper should claim, and does. Slightly nervous for Ipswich Town that Lizzie-Anne Bruhl was happy to stay rooted and wait for the ball to come to her. It's a bit of a waste, sending it long downfield. So the only goalless game in the BWSL 2 is Newcastle-Durham. Sunderland looking to level things up. Asking more questions of Ipswich defensively. Fenton deflects. I think it maybe hit Rowe in the face there. She'll take her time in getting back to her feet. Fenton just checking that she's okay. Likewise, the referee. And it will be a corner for Sunderland. Their third of the game so far. Kitching to take. The assistant's flag has been raised. Griffiths had strayed into an offside position. Thomas. Roberts. Weir. Ambitious ball, which was well read by Finn. And Mary Griffiths has grass to move into. Her cross. Fine defensive head. Look at the distance on that clearance, but it's still at the feet of a Sunderland player. Roberts. Sunderland have come from behind to win in the BWSL 2 this season. It was the same case in the reverse fixture in the final game of 2025 for both of these clubs. It saw Ipswich take the lead at Sunderland, of course, before the Black Cats came back to win. And likewise, in the North East Derby, Sunderland got the better of Durham, having gone behind, conceding the opening goal. Brown. Lots of time and space here for Westrup. Fenton can't find Griffiths, and it's an ambitious attempt by Neville to try and dribble through so many bodies. Watson. Whips in a fine cross, and that is really superb defensive cover there. Contact had to be made. Two in red and white were awaiting the ball to drop to their feet. Plenty for Mel Ray to be encouraged by, despite the scoreline. Kitching. Fenton. Griffiths. Shiva. keeping possession. Maybe a sign of hard work that Ipswich have completed in warm conditions is starting to take its toll. Not vigorously pressing as hard as they were certainly earlier on in the game. Griffiths. Kitching just gets enough on it to find Watson. Supported by Brown. Watson. Goes low. Once again, Ipswich stand tall defensively. That's a nice pick out, and that's a lovely ball around the corner. Mary Griffiths goes straight across the 18-yard box. Still Sunderland in possession. O'Brien's initial block. Back with Brown. Watson. Throw to Sunderland. And we can have another look at that Mary Griffiths move down the left-hand side. Look at this in terms of intricate flick from Dale. You can see what the Welsh international's trying to do. She sees that the angle's against it. Rightfully chooses to go across goal. Fans of both clubs, let me know what you think as we head towards the break here. Sunderland asking more questions, in particular over the last 5 minutes or so. If you have subscribed to the BWSL2 YouTube channel, you can comment. I want to read some of those out when we have an opportunity. The best I've got at the moment is Upper Tower, so hoping that improves. And as we approach half-time, all 6 fixtures in the BWSL2 have goals in them. Durham leads away at Newcastle. Durham themselves, who found them, who were involved in that potential relegation shake-up. Currently 2 unbeaten and leading away at local rivals Newcastle United. So Birmingham 1 up at Charlton, 1-1 between Palace and Portsmouth. Durham a goal up against Newcastle. Southampton 2 up at Forest, and Bristol City are also 2 up at Sheffield United. Sheaver looking to get one back here, Sunderland. Awkward one for the keeper, but it's well claimed. As well as promotion to be confirmed in the BWSL2 today, as also the small matter of the Golden Boot, and both Rio Hardy and Lexi Lloyd-Smith are on the score sheet once again for Bristol City. Roberts. Kitching can't get on the end of that attempted ball over the top. Mitchell did well, good strength. Gets the decision from the referee. '45th minute. Can't think of too much added time that will need to be played here. No more than a couple of minutes, surely. Mina, Mitchell. Rowe, good take. It's going to go out of play. And our 4th official, Fabio Roque, indicates 2 minutes of first half stoppage time. Ipswich will be happy that it's a long way from their goal. O'Brien. Mina. Lovely body swerve to create room, and excellent flexibility there from Bethan Rowe to even try and attempt to bring that under control. Jess Brown. Kitching. Griffiths got a touch. Mina's there ahead of Shiva. Awkward one for Rhian Roberts, who wants to see this roll out of play, despite the best efforts of Rhianna Dean. Can certainly hear one gentleman is enjoying himself. I'm assuming he's an Ipswich Town supporter. Almost halfway to a third consecutive BWSL 2 win. Bethan Rowe. Baker. Similar territory to which she opened up the scoring. Sunderland are wise to that. Trying to play their way through. Rowe. Dean! Feet of Demi Lambourne keeps the deficit at just the one for Sunderland. Big moment to go into the break with an even healthier position. And Rhianna Dean it is. I don't think she connects with it as cleanly as she would like, but Demi Lambourne keeps it at 1-0. And that is the end of what has been an absorbing first half. The goal of the game came in the 13th minute. Ava Baker, the Birmingham City loanee, with her first for Ipswich Town. It means at the Job Serve Community Stadium at the break, it is Ipswich Town 1, Sunderland 0. WSL 2 win. It is the hosts who get us underway in the second half, and their 45+ stoppage away from a first ever BWSL 2 victory over Sunderland. Waring. Weir into Mitchell. Nice drag back. Baker takes over. We will look to keep you updated with any scorelines from elsewhere. You have the best seat in the house if you want to keep up to date with Ipswich against Sunderland. Awkward one for Roberts. Good distance on the clearance. Fenton. Shiva. Really good at that, Marissa Shiva, just keeping a calm head when she's got bodies around it. Allowing Sunderland to try and build here. If they're going to. Passing needs to be better than that. Watson at full stretch. So Birmingham a goal up away at Charlton. As it stands, they'll be promoted. So too Crystal Palace, because they're being held at home by Portsmouth, but have a better goal difference than Charlton. Durham, they're leading away at Newcastle. Southampton, 2 goals to the goods at Nottingham Forest, and the same scoreline, Sheffield United 0, Bristol City 2. Mina. Fenton. Kitchen's allowed to roll there. She's lost track of the ball. Sloppy start from Katie Kitchen to this second half. And trying to make amends, she commits the foul. Feeling the pressure, Sunderland. Optimism was high for the Black Cats, in particular the first 2 games unbeaten, a win and a draw. It has to be said that the remainder of the first half of the campaign really disappointing in terms of the series of results collected by Mel Ray and her playing staff. Things have improved in 2026. At the moment, they look unable, as of yet, to prevent slipping to a 3rd consecutive defeat. The rare sight of somebody with a long sleeve on, playing-wise that is. Okay, to see of Bethan Rowe. Roberts under pressure from Thomas. Little fortune there. Sunderland still moving forward. Fenton trying to switch play. Far too close to the goalkeeper. Mina. Referee right on top of the action there. Awards Lucy O'Brien the free kick. Plenty to keep Levi Gray busy. And we have our first goal in the second half of the action in BWSL 2. Crystal Palace have come from behind. They now lead Portsmouth by 2-1. Doesn't change the current picture too much. The same state of play, Birmingham City and Crystal Palace on course for BWSL promotion. Baker brings down Jamie Finn. Baker, her parent club, set to be a BWSL club once again, should they maintain their current advantage over Charlton Athletic. All games live and exclusive across the BWSL 2 YouTube channel, your choice of viewing. Rest assured, though, we're not going anywhere. Full uninterrupted commentary of Ipswich against Sunderland. Mina stood her ground. Baker tried to keep Ipswich moving forwards. What an appointment it is, with David Wright overseeing things for Ipswich Town. 11th game in charge, on course for a 5th win, so just shy of 50%. A real growing sense of momentum and positivity at the club, that not only after retaining their status this season, they can maybe aim for much more ambitious targets next time around. Number of loan players. They'll hopefully try and do some good business over the summer. Likewise, Sunderland as well. New American majority shareholders. A deal which is still awaiting ratification from the league authorities. But as we know, when new ownership takes charge, they do like to bring their own blueprint to things. What that means for Mel Ray and the current playing staff, we'll yet to see, but the head coach herself spoke about how a positive move it is to see the company want to invest in Sunderland, and they're really keen to retain that Sunderland identity. You don't get much more Sunderland than Mel Ray. It's their 9th season in charge. Kitching. Griffiths is an option off the ball. Tried to play it through to Shiva. Mina had other ideas. Ipswich can come away on this left-hand side. Rowe. Watson gets away from Mina. Perhaps going to have to go alone here. Still going. And straight into Neville, who I don't think did anything wrong other than just stand her ground. Watson was moving at considerable speed. And there's a Sunderland player who appears to have come worse off. There's nothing really else on for Katie Watson. Yeah, that's it. Maybe clattering of knees there. Definitely going to be a sore one. Not that Mel Ray will want to lose any of her starting 11, but in particular, Katie Watson. 2 goals in her last 3 appearances while she receives treatment. It does present an opportunity for both teams to take on board some much-needed liquid refreshments. I'm sure all BWSL 2 fans are fully aware of the WSL Football app, which was launched this season. If this is news to you, it brings BWSL and BWSL 2 front row exclusive content, as well as all the games live and exclusives have you experiencing with us here on the league's YouTube channels. If you want to download the app, search WSL Football in the Apple App Store, Google Play Store. You can favourite your team, get all the data in terms of current form, the live league standings, and in particular, one to keep an eye out over the summer months is all of the expected and eagerly anticipated transfer business. I'm sure Katie Watson will have her admirers, potentially from other clubs. 20 years of age, 4 goals, 4 assists this season. Looks as though she's going to try and continue, but those pictures don't make pleasant viewing. But maybe her afternoon is done. There is a strong argument that there's no real reason to take any unnecessary risks, and you can see Mel Ray at the bottom of your screen there, relaying instructions, preparing for the possibility of a change. Will be an uncontested drop ball, like Amina. Fenton. O'Brien. Still has it. And does get the subsequent free kick. Love to see that from Lucy O'Brien. Down on all haunches, back to her feet, drives forwards. Gives her team a set-piece opportunity, and it looks as though Rhiannon Roberts has talked herself into a caution. The Sunderland captain clearly took issue with the referee's decision. Too much was said. She is the first yellow card of the game. Rowe. Watson just trudges behind it, so Sunderland back up to their full 11. Just below the score graphic there, confirmation of that. Rhiannon Roberts caution, her 4th of the BWSL 2 season. Kitching. Space over that right-hand side. Interesting to see when Katie Watson next receives the ball, how quickly she's been able to shrug off the ill effects of that coming together. Finn. Dean didn't keep it in play. Well, Birmingham City already had one firm foot in the BWSL. They have doubled their advantage. Leadhammer with both their goals away at Charlton. And remember, Charlton at one point were on course for an invincible season. But it's potentially coming crashing down as it's Mary Griffiths almost being gifted an opportunity by Ipswich inside their own box there. Baker, burst of speed, checks infield, slips. I think deemed guilty of handball there. But we've seen clear examples of the talent that Ava Baker possesses, just dragging her studs into the turf there, suggesting she's having an issue with the grip. Ipswich playing some good offence here. Baker, I think that strike hit her own teammates. Trying to close in. Sunderland's here. Sticking to their guns in terms of the passing game, but at times someone just needs to boot it clear. Crystal Palace now 3-1 up against Portsmouth, so they're on course for promotion. And I say this respectfully, the big losers of the day appear set to be Charlton Athletic. Top of the standings for so long. It looks as though they're going to end up taking third place in the BWSL 2, which means their hopes of promotion will go down to a playoff against Leicester City. 23rd of May for that one, so time for Karen Hills to dust down her side and go one more time, but still a long way off that result being decided. Like ourselves, inside the opening half an hour, the closing, sorry, half an hour of action plus stoppage time. And it's 2 quick-fire goals for Crystal Palace. 4-1 up against Portsmouth. They're going to be celebrating promotion in style in front of their own fans. Looks set to be a continued Ipswich Town party. I'm sure there was lots of parties following that result at Birmingham City last weekend. And they get to bid farewell to their debut BWSL 2 season in front of their own supporters. And it looks as though they're going to be also celebrating another 3 points. Baker. Unfortunate slip. It's going to find Baker once again. Appeals for offside. The flag has stayed down. Ava Baker creates room, and it's a block from Sunderland. That ball was certainly moving. Every time Ava Baker has it at her feet in and around the penalty area. Understandable concern for Sunderland, but it is still just 1 goal that they lead by. Baker. Dean peeled off to play it short and then quickly turned her back. There's a bit of dialogue between the two. Miscommunication.
Substitutions for Sunderland, leaving the field, number 7, Katie Watson.
And unfortunately for Katie Watson, she is unable to continue. As you can see, she is able to run off to the sideline. And on in her place is Sunderland's top scorer, Emily Scott. And Libby McInnes is the other player to come on. Confirmation, Katie Kitchen was the player to be replaced by McInnes. Substitutes having to defend here. Thomas! That was an attempted shot that almost fell onto the plate of Rihanna Dean. Will Ipswich start to rue missed opportunities? Neville, but the play has already been stopped for a Sunderland free kick. Rowe, her cutback. Thomas is trying to aim her shot goalwards. Dean trying to divert it. Close range. Sunderland defence does its job. And they're keeping their side in it here. Just need a bit more attacking threat. The ball's going to stay in play. And it's smothered by a relative bystander for most of the second half, Lizzie-Anne Proulx. February signing from Juventus. Looking on course to register back-to-back clean sheets. Big call to change your goalkeeper this late in the season, made by David Wright. And it's been more than justified. So no, it's been pretty busy, but just to remind you of the current picture. Charlton 2-0 down at home against Birmingham City. That means Birmingham City will be crowned champions as well as securing promotion to the BWSL. Crystal Palace 4-1 up against Portsmouth. They'll move into second. And as it stands, Charlton it is, who still have a chance at promotion. It just won't be today. They'll go into the BWSL 2 playoff match, which is scheduled for a few weeks' time. Ipswich free kick towards Baker, who's appealing. Not exactly sure what for. Lambourne uses up her 8 seconds. Shiva. Not the best return pass into the midfielder. And the referee unintentionally getting in the way. So we will need to restart with Ipswich in possession. Well, I thought it was Ipswich in possession. The referee, Levi Gray, disagrees. Sunderland kick for touch. And to just bring you up to date with those other scores, not to say they're not as important, but nothing on them in terms of potential promotion and relegation. Durham still lead Newcastle by 1-0. Southampton 2 up against Nottingham Forest, and Bristol City 2 up at Sheffield United. Proulx, busy as she's been in the last few minutes in this second half. Strong clearance. Attempted flick, and maybe that's just what we need from Sunderland to try and find a way back into this game. Is a bit of ingenuity, someone thinking outside of the box to make something happen. Go anywhere near saying it's been a procession for Ipswich Town, but they have been comfortable here. It's like from that nervy moment where playing out from the back they almost presented Marad Griffiths with a clear sight of goal. Been able to keep Sunderland at arm's length. It's when they go across their own goal like that, the concern kicks in. Thomas coming back deep to get involved, and was she pushed? No. Action continues. Oh, good save, and the follow-up! Denied at the first time of asking, but Eleanor Dale with the follow-up levels things up. Muted celebrations from Sunderland's number 9. But she has her first goal since February. And a clear way back into this game for the Black Cats. Dale makes it 4 goals for the season, all of which have come in 2026. Scored double that tally in the last BWSL 2 campaign. But are we about to see a repeat of the reverse fixture? That game saw Ipswich take the leads. Sunderland's come from behind to win. Baker, again, struggling with the footing. Sunderland have levelled things up. Crystal Palace, not that goal difference is going to come into play, but they are racking them up against already relegated Portsmouth. Latest score, Crystal Palace 5, Portsmouth 1. See a glimpse there in the bottom centre of the screen as Mel Ray prepares to make another change. David Wright, as of yet, hasn't opted to look to his bench. Cassip on. Fenton it was who makes way for Sunderland, and immediately after coming on, Cassip's heading back towards the technical area for the second half drinks break. And it does allow both head coaches chance to relay a few crucial instructions. David Wright spoke in his pre-match interview with our reporter Anne-Marie Batson about the key characteristics and behaviours that everyone amongst the squads is more than fully aware of in terms of what's expected from them. And not that this current scoreline is raining on their parade, but they had been in control for a large majority of this game. How can they respond after being pegged back by Sunderland? And certainly the case is for the visitors, now that they have themselves level once again. Can they pick up a much-needed win to end the season on a high? A number of their supporters have made the long journey from the northeast. Shiva. Rose header. Nice spin. Fresh legs and a bit more creativity, perhaps key in the selections of those who've come off the bench. The likes of Scar, McInnes, and Cassip in particular. Young, emerging talent, Emily Cassip. Being trusted by a head coach to go out there and see if she can make an impact on this game. Appeals for offside, flag stays down. Shiva, deflected cross, which will go behind for a Sunderland corner. Cassip to take, left-footed. See what the teenager can do. Straight towards the goalkeeper, who opts for the double fist. This one sent into the sky, which the goalkeeper spills, but she's impeded. Takes the high fives from her fellow defenders for being brave amidst the contacts. There's Jan with the Ipswich Town free kick. Straight down the middle, glanced on. O'Brien chases her own header. And once again, we're starting to see Sunderland moving a lot more freely here. Tired Ipswich legs out there. Crystal Palace have a 6th goal of the day. Conceded after 3 minutes against already relegated Portsmouth, but now 6-1 up. Champagne at the ready for Birmingham City and Crystal Palace. Whilst it might not, at the moment, be set to be a 3rd consecutive win for Ipswich Town. 3 unbeaten. 7 points across their last 3 games. It's a very impressive tally. Thomas. It's surprising that we're approaching just 15 minutes of normal time remaining and we're still yet to see an Ipswich change. Not that he gave anything away, David Wright, with his pre-match interview, but certainly when you make so many changes, the suggestion is those who've been unfortunate bystanders, who've watched on while the team have gathered enough points to keep their BWSL 2 status intact. It's an opportunity for those who haven't had as many minutes to get as much football in the tank before they head into the summer break. Looking at the bench in particular, the likes of, if you were looking for a goal, Pescott, Kit Graham got 2 last weekend. Adi Malui, the Gotham loanee, another exciting teenage talent. Sure will be desperate to try and contribute to this game, but they're watching on, and in particular, the red and white of Sunderland, beginning to press and probe. Dean. Shrugged to the ground by Rhiannon Roberts, who's on a yellow card and immediately gestures to the Ipswich number 9 to get back to her feet and be in agreement with the Sunderland centre-half. Didn't seem to be anything really in that. Well, David Wright's ears may have been burning because I referenced my surprise at not making any change. It looks as though he's set to complete 4 in one go. Sunderland are not done trying to freshen things up either. Changes for both sides. We'll have to wait for the ball to roll dead though. Don't forget, all of the BWSL 2 games are available for you on our YouTube channel. You can rewind, revisit any moments across all the current scorelines, which I'll run you through when we do have a chance to. And of course, there will be bite-sized highlights packages of all 6 games dropping as soon as possible for you to enjoy over the bank holiday weekends. And don't forget that National League playoff match, which you can watch live and exclusively on this exact same platform Monday. Wolves against Plymouth. looking to join fellow promotees from the National League South. It's Watford, the National League North, Burnley. They're two sides that Sunderland and Ipswich will definitely be playing next season. Mina, Thomas. It's going to be a free kick for Ipswich. And in particular, I think that may be Natasha Thomas's final contribution this season. It is Natasha Thomas, who will be replaced by Princess Adima Louis. Ava Baker, Lucy O'Brien, just ensuring they're trying to do this in the appropriate order. It's an official's nightmare when there's so many bodies, and I think Lucy O'Brien said, I'm not waiting, I'm just going to the bench. We will confirm it all for you. But certainly in terms of those new introductions, Adima Louis, Graham, Peskett, you can see there, and Ashworth Clifford. What you would say is lots of big hitters there for Ipswich.
Substitutions for Sunderland, replacing number 26, Married Griffiths.
And is this a farewell from Married Griffiths? The Manchester United loanee completes her loan spell in Sunderland colours. Finn is also replaced. Anna Greenwood it was who came on. Look to tidy those exact ins and outs once we get opportunity with the graphics. Shiva. Mina looks to have her arm wrapped around the neck of her opponent there. If you want to look to the top left of your screen, we'll run you through the details of those changes. We could be set for an eventful finale here. There's opportunity for at least one more change to be made by David Wright. Peskett. Can't get away from Greenwood. That's been notable in particular this second half. Sunderland need a lot more of those second balls. Mitchell, too strong with her challenge. And you can see visible signs that both teams are trying to win it here. One pass too many for Sunderland this time around. We are staying up. Understandable chant coming from home supporting voices. It was just the other side of the international break where there was just barely a point between four teams at the foot of the standings. And just to bring you up to speed with all of the details from elsewhere, Southampton have scored in the second half, led 2-0 at the break. Mary Bashford has made it 3-0 away at Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, another team in their debut BWSL 2 season. Rowe. Ashford Clifford, I don't think she's touched the ball yet since coming on. Certainly nothing wrong on her part there. The pass just needed to be better. Peskett. Going a long way around Greenwood's. Cut back, and it's excellent positioning from Westrup. Knew exactly where to put herself to intercept, but Ipswich still trying to pick their way through. Roberts, anywhere will do for Sunderland. Did miss during those changes was a Sunderland debut for the youngster Tilly Parker. It's been a regular trait of Mel Ray and her coaching staff, looking to blood youngsters when they're ready, give them opportunities. Adi Malui. Peskett was being impeded there by Greenwood, even though she eventually did manage to roll away, and I think that's what she's saying to referee Levi Gray. I was moving towards goal, ref. They'll have to retrace the steps. Free kick. Lucy Ashworth Clifford with the Ipswich free kick. Floated in and glanced goal! Ipswich once again find themselves in front, and it's the captain, Kenzie Weir. Oh, what a successful loan spell it is from Everton. She scored the last time she graced the field of the home pitch, and this time she's back at it once again. Sunderland won't be happy in how easy that appears to be on the replay. She's not tracked. Has to do the hard part though and find the back of the net. And Kenzie Weir has her second Ipswich goal. Ipswich 2, Sunderland 1. Looking for more here, Ipswich Town. Ashworth Clifford's recovery was brilliant from Rhiannon Roberts. That certainly would have put the result beyond doubt should Ipswich get a third. McInnes goes back to Demi Lambourne, who just has to quickly sort out her feet under the advancement of another Ipswich substitute, Adi Malui. That's what these fresh legs are bringing. A lot more bite, and that intense pressing has returned. Come from behind once already, Sunderland's. Mina, looking to make the task for the visitors even harder. Like Mina. He's only ever scored one goal as a professional footballer. That was for her parent club, Bristol City. Made the switch on loan to Ipswich in February. First start since the defeat at Nottingham Forest in late March. Weir does just enough. The referee blows a whistle. I think it still will be a Sunderland throw. Dale has one goal already, doing her best to try and at least present Sunderland with a scoring opportunity here. They have found goals tough to come by of late, Sunderland. Well, in particular, more than one goal, has to be said. But Ipswich, boy, have they hit their straps in the home straight of the BWSL 2 season. It's now 15 goals across their last 12 league appearances, and they could be adding to that tally here. Adi Malawi, it has to be said, rather selfishly there, trying to go alone. We are hearing that there's going to be 6 minutes of additional time. So that'll be a boost for Sunderland. Not that Ipswich is showing any obvious signs of letting up in the closing stages. In particular, that revitalised attacking trio. Adi Malawi, Peskett, Ashworth Clifford's her free kick it was. It was met by the forehead, Mackenzie Weir. So I understand, yeah, it has gone up an extra minute, so at least 7 more. So is the case if you don't want to score too early in added time. I'm sure Sunderland will take it whichever way they come. But the argument is if Sunderland can get one early, they still feel as though they may be able to win this one. So far this BWSL 2 campaign, it's only 2 defeats for Ipswich Town when scoring that opening goal. We know how crucial that is across all forms of football, at all levels. But this is very much the finishing straight of the 2025-2026 BWSL 2 campaign. Still time to bring your thoughts in, let your thoughts in. Currently looking at the YouTube comments, there's a big party, in particular at Portman Road. A reminder, Ipswich Town's men, they've been promoted to the Premier League, so a double reason to celebrate if you're an Ipswich Town supporter. As regards to Sunderland, their men are currently being held by Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League. And Mel Ray's side looking to once again come from behind to get a point on the board. The final opportunity to improve the tally. A season total, which Sunderland fans, you tell me, you'll have more of an accurate gauge on how this season will be viewed. Certainly it's that rare opportunity, given the expansion of the BWSL. There was and still is, because it's yet to be decided, if 3 teams will be promoted from the 2nd tier up into the BWSL. And if you did need reminding, those going up automatically today: Birmingham City as champions, Crystal Palace as runners-up, and Charlton Athletic looks set to contest the playoff. Awkward one for Kassap, who is okay. We will take you through all of the details of the results elsewhere and the final league standings. And if you're after trophy lift, you need to switch the game selection to Charlton against Birmingham City. Amy Merrick's side going up as champions. Mina. Rowe opts for the throw. Still working hard here, Sunderland. Dale has one target to aim for. It's back with the number 9, Shiva. That's going to be a Sunderland corner. Not yet reached the stage of the game where it's final chance. Got a decent opportunity to cause a bit of panic amongst the Ipswich backline if the delivery's good here. Cassip to take. It is an awkward one, which is punched off her own goal line by Lizzie-Anne Proulx. Well, Emily Cassip certainly knows how to whip in a dead ball. Prior to today, just the one appearance in Sunderland colours this season. That came in the FA Cup. Has scored for the club before. And the referee has spotted a Sunderland foul, so it will be a free kick, which Ipswich will be in no hurry to take here.
This afternoon's Ipswich Town player of the match, chosen in association with match sponsor St Joseph's College, is number 26, Malika Mina.
Stadium PA confirming Malika Mina as the home club's player of the match. Feel free to drop in your thoughts in the YouTube comment section. Who stood out for you in particular today? In the here and now, Kenzie Weir looks set to be the match winner. Adi Malui getting unnecessarily involved there. Roberts, Sunderland captain, goes straight towards the box. It's easily claimed. Well, certainly a decision will have to be made from Ipswich Town over the summer. Natalie Negri, their first choice goalkeeper for 20 of the fixtures, has seen Lizzie-Anne Proulx come in and excel. Mitchell. Ipswich free kick, which may bring about just the final knock-ins here. Wouldn't be surprised if this is punted in the direction of a corner flag or just played across the back line. One YouTube commenter says Lizzie-Anne is amazing, so they nailing their colours firmly to the mast of the Canadian in terms of their preference for Ipswich Town number 1. Time running out for Sunderland, and time has run out for the visitors. Ipswich Town end their BWSL 2 campaign with a 3rd consecutive win. A much changed starting lineup by David Wright. Players earning valuable minutes, playing their part in what has been a memorable season. Ava Baker it was who opened the scoring after 13 minutes. Eleanor Dale with a second half equaliser. But in the 86th minute, the captain on the day, Kenzie Weir, glancing home from a free kick. Job very well done by Ipswich Town. Their celebrations can continue. Lots of excitement about what that man can do at the helm permanently now. His first pre-season to go off and prepare for, but today is one to savour. Victory in front of their own supporters to close out the campaign. As for Sunderland, they kept it competitive for an awful long period of time. After Ellen Dale's equalising goal, there was certainly a strong suggestion that they may be possessing the mojo to try and win the game, or to go on and win it. But it does mean a third consecutive defeat for now Ray's side as they continue to end their campaign disappointingly. Full time, Ipswich Town 2, Sunderland 1.